Time.
5 past.
Just do a sound. Just
Yeah. Is this baby on?
yeah, you're on.
It's on.
Yep.
So Gary, here we are, the gala night, and what a night it's going to be, the Elliot Davey medal.
You now go.
Yeah, look, fantastic turnout tonight, Steve. I really enjoy this night. Our
Yeah.
gala, our biggest off.
Well, welcome wherever you may be watching on Bar TV, and it's the night of nights. Alongside me is Gary Birkinshaw, the Football Operations Manager with the Black Diamond League. And tonight we name the Elliot Davey medalist, James Webster from the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, the reigning champion. Can he go back-to-back in 2014?
Oh, look, a really hard effort to go back-to-back. We've had two others prior to James who've gone back-to-back. Clinton Osterbury, we all know from Killarney Vale. Jason Kalupas from Newcastle City. So, look, he's had a very good year. Whether it's good enough with plenty of other good players in the competition, time will tell.
Who are some of the other favourites that we might see pop up tonight?
Well, I think you'd have to consider that Rick White from Killarney Vale. He's had a fantastic year coming back from Queensland. Blake Erickson, the captain of Nelson Bay, he's certainly been a big possession winner throughout the year. Simon O'Brien's been very consistent also. So, yeah, look, it should be a pretty exciting time.
Dane Amity's just joined us on Bar TV from the Killarney Vale Bombers. And we'll catch up with him a little bit later on stage. Of course, one of the veterans of the competition.
Yeah.
What are some of the other highlights for you? I think naming rights sponsor being on board in 2014 is absolutely sensational.
Yeah, look, Wilson Security have been fantastic. You know, to have them involved, a national company who are certainly getting their foothold into Newcastle, and to have them part of our competition certainly gives us a lot of confidence that someone else has got confidence in us also.
Apart from the Elliot Davey medal, a few of the other vote counts tonight. Of course, we've got the Granin medal named after Ian Granin, and the Chris Arnold medal as well.
Yeah, look, the Granin medal names the best and fairest player in our first division competition. Chris Arnold medal for the second division. Chris and Ian have both been fantastic servants of the Black Diamond AFL since its inception. It's great to have them here tonight, and recognition of the awards in their name is certainly well received.
In Los Angeles last night, we had the Emmys with lots of beautiful people on the red carpet. Do we do that tonight at the gala presentation?
Yeah, look, it's just looking around here tonight, everyone's dressed in their finery, and what's really pleasing to see, Steve, is the number of females that are here. It's a football presentation night, can be sometimes being a bit dull and boring. Ours certainly aren't that, and it's great to have so many women here tonight.
One final one. I love this award, and it's to the Volunteer of the Year. Kawinda Waters have jumped on board. They're actually going to give away a weekend to the Volunteer of the Year. These are people that devote countless hours to their footy club, couldn't do it without them, and they're going to get a weekend away at one of the finest golf courses on the East Coast.
Yeah, look, fantastic to have Kawinda Waters, the golf and residential and spa resort with us, and Daniel Payne, their general manager's here tonight. So they're going to give away a weekend golf and I suppose relaxation package for a weekend to the winner there. So look, that's a fantastic reward, and look, the Volunteer of the Year certainly will need it after a busy year they've certainly had.
Good on you, Burko. We get underway in around about 10 minutes with the official proceedings. Once again, wherever you may be watching tonight, thanks for joining us on Bar TV. And again, that's another one of the highlights. Last weekend, close to 1,000 viewers watching the final series from Newcastle's #1 sports ground. I'm Steve Allen on behalf of Gary Birkinshaw. We'll catch you soon as the gala night gets underway.
Well done.
Many volunteers have worked behind the scenes at every club to ensure the success of the club. Without them, we would not have a competition. So thank you all. Tonight, we will acknowledge the on-place players and officials of clubs who have excelled throughout the season. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy the night as we welcome your host for this evening, Steve Arnold.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the gala night, the Black Diamond AFL Football League Best and Fairest Vote Count. We have the Chris Arnold Medal for Second Division, we have the Granin Medal for the First Division, and of course the Elliot Davey Medal in First Grade. We've got Bar TV with us tonight. Can we give them a round of applause? They've done a sensational job in 2014. And we might keep that applause going for the three teams that have gone through to the 2014 Grand Finals. First of all, in Second Division, it's the Blues, Newcastle City. Well done. In First Division, a fantastic club, Wyong Lakes. The Magpies are through to the Grand Final. And in the Black Diamond Cup, it's the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, coached by Chris Bishop. Well done to the Panthers in 2014. Well, I'd say in 2014, it could be the finest year on record, arguably, for the Black Diamond Football League. I mentioned about Bar TV being on board. That's absolutely fantastic. But behind me, you can see Wilson Security being on board, I think, is absolutely sensational, a naming rights sponsor. And could you please give them a round of applause and thank them for their support in 2014. I won't make this introduction too long, but I will say one of the highlights for me is seeing Mark McVeigh return to his junior club, the Killarney Vale Bombers. This is a player who did his best work in front of 100,000 fans at the MCG, and to see him come back and pull on the Killarney Vale Guernsey is absolutely brilliant. In fact, my son sent me a text one afternoon and said, "Dad, Mark's kicked 5, and that was before half time. And so I quickly went down and watched him play against Newcastle City, and I think, yeah, that is absolutely amazing to see players of that calibre come back to this local competition. So that's a real highlight for me, but we'll talk more about that as the night goes on. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the President of the Black Diamond AFL Football League, our first speaker tonight, Michael Gray.
Judge and award the votes week in, week out. Finally, I would like to welcome each of the Black Diamond AFL Club representatives, the players, officials, sponsors and members who are the backbone of our clubs. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge our valued sponsors and partners for their support in 2014. Our major sponsor, Wilson Security, major partners, the Newcastle Herald, BLK, Prime 7, Star 104.5, and partners Bar TV, Subway Morisset, Belmont 16-Foot Sailing Club, Elite Sports Images, Officeworks, Target Press, Eclipse Media Events and PR, and Quinda Waters Residential Golf and Spa Resort. On the field has been an exciting year for the Black Diamond AFL with many highlights, including the admission of the entrance Baddo Bay and Muswellbrook to the league, growth in teams from Cardiff and Wyong Lakes, our representative team victory over the AFL Sydney Development Team, and the representation of Isaac Heaney, Vahid Rosa, Nathan Vasey and Jaden Reimer, all for the New South Wales ACT Rams. I also have a very positive announcement to make to start the evening. In the past week, Wilson Security have agreed to continue their major sponsorship of the Black Diamond AFL in 2015. The board of the Black Diamond AFL, along with the clubs here tonight, thank Wilson Security for their ongoing support, and of course, we encourage all business owners here with us tonight to consider Wilson Security for their security needs. I hope you all have an enjoyable evening and look forward to seeing you at the preliminary final this weekend and at the grand final in 10 days at Number 1 Sports Ground. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Michael Gray, ladies and gentlemen, the Black Diamond AFL President. And as Michael said a moment ago, we've got a special guest with us tonight. I'd like to call him to the stage right now. Joseph Laposta, AFL New South Wales ACT State Operations and Project Manager. Would you please make him welcome? How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
How are you?
Well, Joseph, we did this last year. What are your observations of the Black Diamond in 2014?
So many positives, to be frank, to see 260 people in the room here tonight. I think that's 240, sorry, it's 20 or so up from last year is fantastic. As Michael said, 2 new clubs joining the Black Diamond this year, 4 new teams. The spread of the competition in terms of the number of teams that are all playing in the finals is great. And again, from our point of view, obviously another great year of strong administration under Gary Birkinshaw as well. So
I might just drag you in nice and close because we've got Bar TV and we've got lapel mics everywhere, so come in nice and tight for the speeches. Where does the Black Diamond fit in terms of New South Wales and ACT AFL?
Yeah, sure. Look, the Black Diamond's one of our 13 leagues that exists in New South Wales and the ACT. I think one of the most pleasing things about the Black Diamond is it's a league that is really well supported by its clubs at the moment. I think one of the challenges for our organisation going forward at the AFL is what we can do to continue to support the league, make the league even stronger in whatever capacity that it thinks is important, and obviously assist from a strategic point of view as well. I think one of the other great options that we've got as an organisation, as a code, is how we can strengthen our relationships and our pathways right from our school programs into our junior leagues and the Hunter Coast, and it's great to see the representation of Ross Hughes here tonight from the Hunter Coast board, right through to the Black Diamond in the senior competition.
One of my observations, my son's come back to playing with the Killarney Vale Bombers at under 15 level, but I saw an under 17 match and I thought that in the time I've been away from junior footy, it looks like it's gone up to a whole new level. Would you agree with those comments?
Yeah, I would, and I think that's representative in the fact that the rep side this year did so well. I am a big fan of Bar TV. Normally I do my best work at the bar, but now on Bar TV, to be able to watch the games streamed and following the Black Diamond on Twitter and all those sorts of things, I just think the access to being able to watch a good standard of footy both online and now at the games is better than it's ever been. So.
We see a lot of players picked up from the Riverina. Where are we at in terms of players moving to the highest level of the sport?
Yeah, well, I mean, as Michael said before, to have 4 players representing this region on the Rams is fantastic. And look, it's been a pleasure coming the last 3 years to see, and I think everyone in the room will agree with me, to see the development of a young man by the name of Isaac Heaney from the Cardiff Hawks to be doing as well as he is. And, we firmly have our fingers crossed at AFL New South Wales ACT that he could be a very, very high draft pick in this draft. Obviously, the Swans have that selection priority because he has come through their academy-based program. But it'll be interesting to see if the Saints or Brisbane or one of those teams do actually look to nominate him as one of the first selections in the draft. Because if that's the case, it could be one of the highest draft picks that we've had a very long time since, you're talking about the era of Jared McVeigh and even Mark and Lenny Hayes and these sorts of guys.
Was Jared number 5?
He went high. I think he was the first round draft pick.
When you think about Jared, that out of this junior league, played with the Bombers and then went to Pennant Hills, I think he spent some time in Canberra, but what an incredible story that is, and it all started in this local competition.
Yeah, I know. Pennant Hills constantly try and take the credit for those guys, but we all know they're Killarney Vale Bombers boys.
He's our boy, isn't he, Granin?
He is. You're exactly right, and even last night to be able to chat with the guys from Nellie Bay and still how proud they are of the talent that they've been able to produce. You've got Birdie, you've got Luffy, particularly Luffy from a bygone era. Now we can start talking about Birdie and hopefully Isaac Heaney and the McVeigh boys. There is a lot of talent that has come out of this region, and I think it's our challenge as an organisation to continue to work with the leagues and the competitions to support that talent ongoing.
Okay, a couple of quick final questions. Well, what's planned in terms of facilities in this area? Do you know more?
Yeah, well, good question. I mean, from our point of view, we do have some real challenges, and I understand our state facilities manager's coming up and actually doing another tour of the region again tomorrow, meeting with, I think, Warners Bay and a couple of the other clubs as well, which is pleasing. Newcastle number 1 remains firmly on our priorities. It's been a bit of a shame that we haven't had as much funding coming through as we would have liked over recent times. Disappointing to hear that they were unsuccessful again as part of the last grant. Our challenge going forward as an organisation will be to lobby the new MPs. This has been a region that's had a lot of change in terms of its government structures as well, but to lobby the new MPs once they come on board and hopefully get those guys working as hard as they can to support those big high-profile projects like Newcastle number 1, like getting Cardiff for home ground and those sorts of things.
I work for the GWS Giants.
You do. You've got a beautiful voice, I've got to be honest.
Thank you. Thank you. I think sometimes they're unfairly criticised. I also work for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Last week the Bulldogs had 9,000 fans against the West Tigers, two big Sydney teams, and you see GWS, a developing club, had more fans for the Collingwood clash at Spotless last weekend.
You're exactly right. I think the exciting thing about the Giants is the talent is there, and I think we all know that Sydney loves a winner. You only have to look at what the Swans have been able to achieve with Buddy Franklin this year. Averages of 31,000 at their home games this year, which is a statistic that we are absolutely wrapped with. Once the Giants start winning, and that's not too far away, they've won 5 games this year. They've arguably lost 4 games by less than 10 points. And you're talking about top sides like the Hawks, the Cats, even the Pies the other day, just to lose to them. Once that team starts winning, there's going to be real momentum. And one of the most pleasing things that I have to acknowledge, both Sam and Simon Smythe and Sam Shergold this year, was they brought the Giants players up to this region for the very first time as well to have a look around. And I think having the head coach being Mark McVeigh as part of the Giants Academy is only a good thing for this region as well.
Sydney Swans, can they get the job done? Buddy's going to win the Coleman. They've just been absolutely fantastic. Tippett in the forward line as well. They
have been amazing. And not just those two guys, but it was funny. I was at a Swans function the other day and they sort of said, Adam Spencer said, we've got Buddy as 1 and Tippett as 2, and even having Tippett 2 is a luxury. Then you've got a guy called Sam Reid who can play, and then the 4th best defender at any club picks up Adam Goods. Jill Brownlow medalist and, All-Australian numerous times and captain of the club. Their forward line strength is amazing, but I think what we all support and acknowledge about the Swans is their workmanlike effort across the field. They just have so many midfielders, whether it is the Jack boys, whether it is McVeigh, whether it's Benny McLean, that just run through that midfield and are willing to work and do the hard stuff. They're going to be hard to beat. And
they've got the best culture in Australian sport, no doubt about it. Any final words from you tonight?
Well, look, final words from me. Thank you again. This is the 3rd time that I've come. Each time I come, it just gets better and better and better. And that's largely because of the people that are involved in this room, the volunteers that support all of the clubs, the players that are part of the clubs. Obviously, on behalf of Darren Simpson, Simon and I, we wish all the clubs that are involved in the preliminary finals and grand finals all the best. And last but not least, our thanks to the Black Diamond board, the Hunter Coast board, and also the wonderful footy ops manager that you've got up there. We call him the Wizard up in the box, Gary Birkinshaw. So thank you.
Well done. Joseph Laposta, ladies and gentlemen, AFL New South Wales ACT State Operating and Major Projects Manager. Well, now I'd like to invite to the stage a legend of the Black Diamond AFL Football League. The Goal Kicking Award is named in his honour from the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Morris Goolagong. I've got it on good authority that he was going to pick someone up at 5 o'clock this afternoon. He arrived at 6:30. He's been in hair and makeup for about an hour and a half, the big fella. And you're back in 2014, you're playing.
Yeah, mate, I've been back. Is that on?
Oh, it's on. It's on. Just.
Yeah, mate, been back. Played, 4 or 5 games this season. So, just having a run around with the 2nd Division boys and having a bit of fun.
In those 4 or 5 games, how many goals?
I think 32 goals or something like that.
Yeah, love your work, big fella, love it. What else have you noticed in 2014 in terms of the standard of the competition?
It's getting stronger and stronger every year. With the boys that are coming through, the juniors that are coming through. I find that there's a lot of talent out there, and I can see why a lot of these players are getting picked in draft picks and stuff like that. So.
You'd love the fact that in a moment we'll announce the leading goal kicker in the Black Diamond AFL, but I think 2, 3, 4 and 6 are all Terrigal Avoca Panthers, and they all kick goals on the weekend.
Yeah, it goes to show how much effort I've put into the training over the last couple of years.
Oh, you're claiming credit.
Oh, why not? No, it's good to see that they're not looking at one target anymore. It's basically all over the forward line, 3 or 4 targets. So, keeps the other sides guessing, I suppose.
Laurie, you'd be disappointed that Bar TV, it's come in way too late for you. A man who kicked over 1,000 goals in this competition. Let's give him another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. A colossus in this competition, Morris Goolagong. And the leading goal kickers for 2014 are in 2nd Division. Well, you'd know this guy well from the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, Timmy Kosmeyer, with 66 goals. Well done, Timmy. Could you come forward, please? We can see Cam Benkovic with 39 from Muswellbrook. He deserves a round of applause as well. Well done, Cam. And it looks like Jamie Richardson with 37 from Terrigal Avoca. So well done to the top three. In our next competition, the First Division, Justin McFan from Wyong Lakes was 79. Well done, Justin, and congratulations to your club into the grand final in 2014, the Wyong Lakes Magpies. And the Black Diamond Cup goal kicking award named after the man alongside me. He was leading goal kicker on 6 occasions. It included a century of goals in a season on 4 occasions, and in total 1,065 goals in the Black Diamond competition. Just amazing. The Black Diamond Cup Morris Goolagong Trophy in 2014. It goes to Courtney Knight from Newcastle City.
Good contest against Levi Sand against Goulay. Now comes the Mitch Knight. Hurry on left boot. Driver drops the mark. He should have taken against the handball though. Courtney Knight, left foot snap. Courtney
all coming from all parts of the ground to celebrate and congratulate him.
Hang on, I've got numbers back. We will not be able to find a bit of space. Out on the half-forward flank. He goes to the top of the square. Courtney Knight and Bond have had a contest. There. And Courtney Knight goes through and kicks his fourth goal of the game. And Newcastle City 14. Ball to the pass there for Mitch Knight. Handball off to Ayers. Handball back to Cohen. Going for goal number 3. That's not going to be goal number 3. Mark there by Knight. Courtney Knight takes the mark right against the point post.
Tried to do all these nasties there for a second.
Again, the post still got the ball happening on it. Courtney Knight now. Hasn't kicked the goal today, the lead goal kicker. Goes it there, he's going to come out. Banana kick, he looks good, double fist pump, but that's a goal of the coach. Looking for more. As up they go, Girls in the ruck against that. Girls was just like cut down by Romo again. He's going to get it, he dodges one, breaks the tackle, handball off, quick there goes. It goes there now, looking for Gillian, he's going to go long. Knight one-on-one with Gillian, Knight puts him in, takes it, he plays on, that's good.
Native Oil, 700.
The correct Knight, he's 7 for the game, and what a fantastic achievement, 700 career goals.
700 career goals to Courtney Knight. Congratulations to Courtney. That's a fantastic milestone. No doubt he'll be getting a few quiet ones in the Premier tonight as they celebrate that milestone. And he'll be talking through every single one of those 700, no doubt.
Fantastic. That's a really good reward. I think 7 goals a game where you probably have a really dominated for sure, and took an opportunity. That was just pure strength. Held his ground, took a really, really strong grab. So, congratulations, Courtney Knight. Fantastic play, and a fantastic contributor to football in the Black Diamond AFL, and couldn't go to a better play.
No. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Leading goal kicker in 2014. Courtney, first of all, mate, it must be a great honour receiving the award for the man that's kicked over 1,000 and over 700, mate. Congratulations on that milestone. Thanks, yeah, huge honour.
Played a bit of footy with Murray and saw a lot of him over the years, so yeah, a huge honour.
Have you got that 1,065 in your sights? Like, do you think at some point, maybe in 5 or 6 years, can you keep going that long?
Oh, you probably have to ask my wife that one, but yeah, no, not even on the radar.
How'd you pull up after the weekend? You kept coming all day, but they got the jump on you.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a quality side. You go to sleep for a minute or two and they'll put a couple on you. So, yeah, I mean, we all pulled up okay, spent a bit of time in the ice. So, yeah, hopefully we can sort of load the gun again and have a crack this weekend.
How are you finding playing and also coaching in 2014?
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. And probably not ideal, to be honest, but we're in a position where that was required and I guess put my best foot forward.
I know you've probably got Agenda A and Agenda B tonight. You don't want to say too much about the Bombers, but they were impressive as well. They came from behind against Cardiff on a wet day.
Yeah, and look, they're a quality side. We've obviously seen a fair bit of them over the years as well. Some great individuals, but obviously they're gelling well as a team as well. So, yeah, we're really going to have to be on our game on Saturday.
Who's your best chance tonight in the Elliot Davey count?
Well, it's going to be hard to go past Webby again, I think, but Richter's been really dominant as well. But could go anyone.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations on the award tonight. Leading goal kicker in 2014, Courtney Knight. Well done to the boys in First Division and also Second Division. And thank the big man, Morris Goolagong, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as you can see, a photo opportunity for all of the award winners tonight. So when you step down off the stage, if you could just head to my right or your left for a photo opportunity this evening. Well, it's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the Black Diamond AFL Team of the Year. And it's been selected with the input of all 7 Black Diamond Cup coaches, as well as the umpires. The Team of the Year will consist of 18 on-field players and 4 interchange players, made up of 6 defenders, 8 midfielders, 6 forwards, and 2 ruckmen will also be selected. A coach and umpire will also be selected in 2014. To be eligible for selection, a player must have played at least 7 Black Diamond Cup matches this season. And as your name is called out, could you please assemble to my right, to your left of the stage? And right now, let's go upstairs for the first time. The voice from the booth, Gary Birkinshaw, with the 2014 Black Diamond Team of the Year.
Thanks very much, Steve. The Black Diamond Cup Team of the Year. In the back pocket, Matt Vukovic, Cardiff. Fullback, Zach Medcalf, Cardiff. In the other back pocket, Ben Burns, Warners Bay. On the half-back line, Kurt Fleming, Terrigal Avoca. Centre half-back, Jason Van Dam, Terrigal Avoca. On the other half-back flank, Sam Brassington, Singleton. Across the centre line, Anthony Stewart, Newcastle City. Rick White, Killarney Vale. Simon O'Brien, Cardiff. The half forward line, Alex Mitchell, Singleton. Centre half forward, Mitch Betson, Terrigal Avoca. The other half forward flank, James Polglaze, Terrigal Avoca. The full forward line in the forward pocket, Courtney Knight, Newcastle City. At full forward, Tom Head, Terrigal Avoca. And in the other forward pocket, Bryce Singleton, Killarney Vale. In the ruck, Jacob Dawes, Newcastle City. Ruck rover, James Webster, Terrigal Avoca. And the rover, Blake Erickson, Nelson Bay. On the interchange, Ian Baker, Newcastle City. Mitchell Knight, Newcastle City. Michael Ryan, Cardiff. Anthony Atkin, Warners Bay. The coach of the side, Chris Bishop, Terrigal Avoca. And the umpire and the Team of the Year, Josh Duffy Sykes.
Thank you, Gary. Great honour for all of these players in the Black Diamond AFL Team of the Year, also the Umpire of the Year and the Coach of the Year. Right now I'd like to call Joseph Laposta back to the stage. They each receive a memento, which is a plaque which has the entire Team of the Year on the plaque. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's invite them all on stage right now. The 2014 Black Diamond AFL Team of the Year. Just heard Joseph saying about the hard work that goes into it. No doubt about it. It's the culmination of an entire season, pre-season as well. And a lot of these players have been in the Black Diamond Team of the Year on numerous occasions. So again, a round of applause for all of these players tonight. The highest honour to be in the Black Diamond Team of the Year. Love seeing the umpires recognised as well. They do a fabulous job. Couldn't do it without them. So a special round of applause for our Umpire of the Year as well, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Mick. Good stuff, buddy. That's good, isn't it? How many teams have you been in? 10. Mick Ryan alongside me. How many Black Diamond Team of the Year awards has he won? He's been in for a decade. Well done, Mick. Congratulations, buddy. Our Team of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you also to Joseph for the presentation. We're going to take a short break for the main meal right now. Then we're back with our very first vote count of the night. Great to see Chris Arnold and his wife with us again in 2014. And that's our next vote count coming up in just a moment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm getting old, mate. Yeah.
How's the body?
I'm going to have another 2 weeks in it.
I think that when they won in 2007, that's when the minute the rain came, like Bombers were always good in like hard.
I watched the bar TV. Highlights. Some of the goals, they were quality goals. Yeah. They weren't. There was a lot of really fast. I like coach Zach is good. He's a very Swans up here. She pushed us in such a nice. The quality of footy is got. Yes, so much better now.
Well, that's why I mentioned about the 17s. When there used to be a lot of extra players that could play, and so every second ball hit the deck. But I watched a terrible Kalani Vale game. And we were just outputting stuff with really good skills. And thinking, wow, if this is what's going to happen over the next through, some of them already are. Straight to us and do a little piece for Bar TV. Yeah, no worries. I'll meet you at the back of the room. I think they're getting set up to do something. We'll just talk about it making the team of the year. Your side's going there. See you in a minute. One of the best players in the Black Diamond AFL, no doubt about it, has been Mick Ryan with the Cardiff Footy Club. And Mick, 10 years in the Black Diamond Team of the Year. We saw you on stage just a moment ago. What a terrific honour.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. I was just talking about on the stage, the quality of footy in this competition. I think when I got here 10 years ago, it was quite high. It probably fell, I think, away a little bit. But in the last couple of years, I think Terrigal's been the benchmark on and off the ground. Newcastle City not far behind, but they've dragged the rest of the competition. And the amount of kids, we've spoken about it earlier, the amount of kids coming through now in all the clubs is evident to see. It's good.
What about you, 37 years old? What's the secret to your longevity in this competition?
I think it's enjoying other people, enjoying a few of us here coach Swans Academy kids, getting involved in 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old kids, passing on knowledge, passing on what you used to be able to do, but getting enjoyment from their footy. Getting kids coming up to you after a game and saying thanks, after training, saying thanks.
It's not just your longevity, it's your level of excellence. How is the body in your late 30s?
I reckon I had another 2 weeks ago, this year at least. It's actually surprisingly all right. It's been, probably the last couple of years, it's been all right. I don't train as much as I used to, so a bit slower, a bit heavier around the ground, but surprisingly it's better than it was 3 or 4 years ago.
You've won numerous premierships with the Cardiff Footy Club. It's got a great culture. You must be bitterly disappointed. You had Killarney Vale on the weekend.
Yeah, I thought we did. Going into the game, I was pretty confident. Unfortunately, we haven't had a full-strength team for most of the year. I was confident going into the game. I was confident at quarter time, half time, even three-quarter time, but it goes back to what I was saying before, mate, about the kids. Killarney Vale have got a lot of good kids coming through. I think Rick White's probably, for me, what I've seen, Rick White will probably be my pick for the league best and fairest tonight. He's a great player, and we took him out of the game. He had very limited influence, but the amount of other players they had, the wet weather came and they were faster, they were quicker, they were better skills. They deserve to win. You
said third division is coming in. That's a positive?
Look, Cardiff had a second division team come in last year. We were struggling to get teams to field a second grade last year. We probably had 15 or 20 players new to the club, new to AFL, come in last year. And a lot of those people now are integral to our club, to our committee, to our sponsorship, to our having a beer on a Saturday night, and they love it. And that's people that weren't playing AFL 12 months ago. So from what I've seen, it's been fantastic for Newcastle, for Central Coast football.
Local footy, you can't do it without sponsors. Who are the main people on board with Cardiff?
The Mark Hotel in Newcastle, they're our number one sponsor. They've been fantastic. There's obviously been a number of smaller ones, but the Mark Hotel has been fantastic for us, and I think they're going again next year.
Mick, who wins the flag in 2014?
Well, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, I would have said Terrigal. The injuries I had to win, we went in the rooms at three-quarter time. I thought Newcastle were coming home. For Terrigal to win that game with the players they had on the bench, fantastic effort. I rate Chris Bishop very highly as a coach. I think he's got a fantastic group of kids. He's got a good group of leaders, and he's got them very well drilled and structured. It's very hard to go past Terrigal.
Mick, go and enjoy the main meal, but on behalf of all of us, congratulations on 10 years, a decade of being in the Black Diamond AFL Team of the Year.
Thanks, mate. Have a good night.
So who's not here?
Right, so Rob the Lord's not here. So,
How far are we from going?
oh, probably.
One, two. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2.
there's a peak watching it. They're all sitting around watching it. Yeah.
So you're getting tweets, getting text messages
No,
back.
they said they mentioned my hair.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the Black Diamond AFL's Night of Nights, the Elliot Davey medal count, and we've actually got some viewers in Europe. Chris Bishop with us, recently named on stage as the Coach of the Year in the Black Diamond Team of the Year. Congratulations, mate, and text messages coming through from Europe.
Yeah, so Webster and they've watched every game this year. It's good to all the boys over Europe can watch us.
We'll talk about your win against Newcastle City in just a moment, but another great honour for you to be named as Coach of the Year.
Yeah, it is. It's lucky enough to do it 2 years in a row, I think, and I want to be the best I can, and to get the top award, I'm absolutely stoked with it. And but without the players, the players make me look good, so I really got to thank them.
Gary Birkinshaw with us as well, and you called the game on the weekend. Your analysis of that first final?
Yeah, look, it was a real courageous win by Terry Gulavoka on Saturday. They were down to one on the bench pretty well much in the second quarter, and they really had to dig deep because Newcastle City really came at them in the third quarter, and even at the start of the last quarter, it looked like Terry Gulavoka around their legs, but with Bitch through the middle there, he put some experienced players through the midfield, and they went through a 10-minute period where they kicked 5 goals in the last quarter and really ran away with the game, so good win.
So hearing that, is it one of the finest wins of the year for your side?
Yeah, it is. It's quite funny. We had a lot of old players there and old guys part of the club. It was the best victory they've seen, but it was quite funny. Straight after the game, the boys all knew that it doesn't really mean anything unless we get the win in 2 weeks' time. So the boys know where we're at, and it was a good win to lose our whole on-ball brigade, due to injury, but we know we can do it. We had the luxury of doing a 4-week fitness program with the guys, so we knew where our fitness was, and to run it out, it's a real good sign.
It's amazing that happened to you guys when we saw something similar with GWS and Collingwood in the AFL.
Yeah, I guess you just find something. I guess the guys are steadied and you're not coming on and off, so who knows, maybe play with one guy on the bench, but no, I wouldn't like to do that again this year.
Gary, for you, who were the best players on ground?
Gee, I thought James Polgrave was very, very good. I thought Jace Van Dam, the captain down back, was also very influential. Tom Head, he's been a real revelation since the rep game. He's now the Premier forward, was named full forward in the team of the year, so he's done really well. And look, the on balls, I think it was just a pretty well much a really, really good team effort. Losing Fleming before the game, Webster, Lewis and Lamb during the game. They're quality players.
Who's your tip for tonight?
Oh, look, I love Webster. Every time I've seen Rick White play, he's had an outstanding game. Young Blake from Nelson Space being really good. So it'll be interesting. I don't know if terrible guys are taking votes off each other, but it would be great for Webster to go too.
What happens for your side now between now and the big day?
We set out our plan. We'll train tomorrow. We're training at 8 a.m. on Saturday to get up to watch our other 2 grades. And then Tuesday, Thursday is normal. We're not doing anything out of the ordering. We're not having any random dinners or anything. We're keeping it very simple this year.
Early to say, but will there be ins and outs? Is there anyone left to come back into this Panthers side?
Yeah, well, Fleming, our 2-time Best of Ferris winner, will definitely come in. Poor Lamb's out due to a broken jaw. And we're going to give Top and Webster as long as they need.
What about this weekend? It's shaping as a brilliant game, and there is talk about Mark McVeigh, whether he'll play or not.
Ask Pidge. Who knows? I was saying to Gary earlier in the week, they're totally different sides. So depending on the weather, it's going to be a real tight tussle. If the Rick gets on top, if Ireland gets on top, or Newcastle big men, you can go either way.
Well, one thing we've noticed about Newcastle City over the years is they play that ground, number 1 sports ground, if it's played there, because there is speculation it could go down to Batto Bay. But if it's played at number 1, they just play that ground so well.
Well, yeah, that's their home ground. That's their luxury. It's the best facility in the league. But it'd be interesting with this weather if it does get moved to Batto. If it really does change anything, you just got to win these games. If you can't win at one ground and not the other, well, you don't deserve to be there.
Well, congratulations. Any final words, Gary?
No, look, just one thing I'd like to comment on, Bish. Good to be back playing, mate. You missed last year's final through a knee injury. You were a really great contributor on the weekend, mate, and it's good to see you back out in the paddock.
Yeah, can't wait.
Chris Bishop with us. This is Bar TV. Wherever you may be watching, hope you're enjoying the telecast tonight. And we're back in just a moment. We'll have the The
Chris Arnold medal.
Chris Arnold medal. We love the vote count. We'll get underway in just a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to take your seats. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to get down to business with our first vote count of the night. And alongside me, ladies and gentlemen, would you please make welcome Chris Arnold. We're about to do the Chris Arnold Medal for 2014. Also, welcome to Irene joining us. We were just saying a moment ago, we see each other once a year, but it's a pleasure to have you with us. A round of applause for Irene tonight, joining us at the front table. Chris, I'll just hand you the radio mic here. You were saying to me a moment ago that you've seen a lot of the Sydney Swans this year. You're loving their surge toward the grand final in 2014.
Yeah, I have actually been watching.
Sorry, mate. We might just get that up and running. That'd be my fault. Technical error from the host. We've gone green. There we go.
You get your bloody act together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, no, I'm a bit of a Swans fan. I've been watching them for a lot of years now. I've seen the wins, I've seen the losses, and I've seen the highs, and I've seen the lows. But I think this year we're going to see a few highs. For all those that are interested, just stick around.
Chris, your history with this competition. We've got a blurb here that says that Cardiff went through some tough times, and without you, they may not be the juggernaut that they've been in the last decade or so. Tell us more.
I don't want to take the accolades for Cardiff. Cardiff have been their own people. We've had great committees at the time that I was president of Cardiff. They worked hard and they achieved a lot, and all the success they've earned along the way is due to a lot of people, just not necessarily Chris Arnold.
We can't forget too, you spent time at the Walls End Footy Club. Tell us more.
Well, I coached Walls End. Yeah, we got through to the grand final, but I really wasn't good enough. They sacked me. That's the end of that story.
In one sentence. All right, mate. Well, we've got Gary Birkinshaw up in the sound booth. Let's get underway with the medal count in 2014. Looking forward to seeing who wins the Chris Arnold medal this year. Gary?
Thanks very much, Steve. The leaderboard, Chris Arnold medal, best and fairest in the second division after round 4. In equal third position, Matt Studdart, Terrigal Avoca on 4 votes. James Newburn, Warners Bay, 4 votes. And Ryan Shaw, Terrigal Avoca on 4 votes. In equal first position, Tim Wong, Newcastle City, 6 votes. Steve Cutler, the entrance Baddo Bay, 6 votes.
Stevie Cutler, with a couple of best on-ground performances, along with Tim Wong from Newcastle City. Let's keep going with the Chris Arnold medal in 2014.
After round 8, in equal second position, Luke Bury, Terrigal Avoca on 7, along with Tom Payne of Muswellbrook on 7, and the leader, Steve Cutler, the entrance Baddo Bay, on 8.
Stevie Cutler out on top for the entrance Baddo Bay Footy Club, 8 points. Tommy Payne, Luke Bury. Gary, the Steve Cutler story. How many games did he play this year?
Comes to about an end about now, mate.
Okay, let's continue.
After round 12, in equal fifth position, Sam Howard, Singleton, 8 votes. Steve Cutler, the entrance Baddo Bay, 8 votes. Equal third, Michael Craik, Cardiff, 9 votes. Tom Payne, Muswellbrook, 9 votes. In second position, Brian Martin, Muswellbrook, 11 votes. And the new leader, Shane Higgins, the entrance Baddo Bay, 12 votes.
Okay, it's tied at the top. Shane Higgins on 12, Brian Martin from Muswellbrook 11, Tommy Payne from Muswellbrook on 9, alongside Michael Craik. Gary, can you tell us more about the Muswellbrook Footy Club?
Yeah, first season in, they've joined us this year, Steve, from the Tamworth AFL competition. Been a great acquisition. They've got the one side in second division, and it's really great to have them in the competition this year. They're well run both on and off the field, so they had a good year. Just missed the finals, probably playing their best football at the back end of the year.
A lot of talented players at Singleton as well. Sam Howard's there in equal fifth position.
Yeah, Sam Howard's a good young player, an under-17s player, and played a couple of senior games as well, so he's part of the future for Singleton.
And Chris, Michael Craik, you could call him a club legend, what he's done with the Cardiff Footy Club. Okay, let's continue. This is the Chris Arnold medal count in 2014.
Round 15. In equal fourth position, Jackson Bauer, Muswellbrook, 11. Brian Martin, Muswellbrook, 11. In equal second position, Matt Studdart, Terrigal Avoca, 12. Shane Higgins, the entrance Baddo Bay, 12. And the leader after round 15, Michael Craik of Cardiff on 14.
So a couple of votes clear. Michael Craik at the moment in first place, Shane Higgins. Matt Studdart, it's the first time we've seen him on the leaderboard. Gary, can you tell us more?
Yeah, Matt actually coaches their second division side, and he polled pretty well if I remember last year, so he must really attract the attention of the umpires, mainly the club umpires, so certainly gets on well with those club umpires.
And those two boys from Muswellbrook obviously taking votes away from each other. Let's go to round 17 in the Chris Arnold medal for 2014.
This is the final results, round 17 to finish. In equal sixth position, Jai Purcell, Muswellbrook on 9. Ryan Besley, the entrance Baddo Bay, 9. Lloyd Blaxland, Singleton on 9. And Tom Payne of Muswellbrook on 9. In equal fourth position, Matt Studdart, Terrigal Avoca on 12. Shane Higgins, the entrance Baddo Bay on 12. In third position, Brian Martin of Muswellbrook, 13. In second position, Jackson Bauer of Muswellbrook on 14. And the winner of the Chris Arnold medal for 2014 is Michael Craik with 18 votes.
I'll just step back around here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately Michael can't be with us tonight, but what a fantastic achievement. I'd like to ask Simon Williams to the stage to accept the award on his behalf. Let's make him welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Come up to my shoulder, but he punches way above his weight. He's He's a magnificent example of a guy with a lot of dedication and a lot of ability. Well, someone has to take it, mate. I mean, when you get married, or if you are married, your wife will take all the credit, so you just keep wearing the medals, mate. Before we just move on, can I just make one comment? I'd just like to congratulate the Board of Management of the BDAFL, the manager Gary, and the media that have assisted the club throughout the year. Has been magnificent, the exposure you've managed to give us. And particularly the clubs, I thank you for your effort, your dedication, and I just hope you continue on with the great tradition of the BDAFL. Thank you very much, everybody, and thank you for coming tonight.
Well done, Chris. Simon, I'd just like to invite you in for a bit of exposure on Bar TV. We've even got viewers watching in Europe tonight. A lot of text messages coming through. That's the way, buddy, the royal way. But tell us a bit about Michael Craik, 37 years old, and you need those guys around the footy club to guide some of the youngsters through. Tell us about his season.
Yeah, look, he was pretty disappointing not to be here. He did want to thank a few people for it. He's had a pretty good year. He's a club sponsor this year. Didn't really want to play too much, but put his hand up to help out the boys, and obviously had a pretty good season. So we just wanted to thank the umpires for giving him the votes. He's captain for the year, Tony Edzer, in the ruck for supplying the Sublime taps for all the possessions. Michael Cook, the enforcer, for protecting him on the field. Matt Michalik, the coach of the 3rd Division, for giving him a run. And most importantly, Adam Dugan for not selecting him in Premier Division.
Good on you, buddy. Congratulations to Michael Craik. Thanks to Simon Williams. That's our first vote count of the night. And a very deserved winner, 37-year-old in 2nd Division. Time now, ladies and gentlemen, to announce, I love this award, it's the Rising Star Award, and we'd like to call Simon Smythe to the stage, AFL New South Wales and ACT Regional Manager, the Hunter Coast Region, to present the award. Let's make Simon welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Good to see you, buddy. Great to see you.
Simon, I'm sure you want to say a few words about what an outstanding season it's been in 2014, and you've done a great job with local radio on the Central Coast in particular.
Thank you, Steve. Once again, wonderful, and I know it's been mentioned before, to have 2 new clubs in the BDAFL and 4 new teams has just been outstanding, and to see the contribution that some of those players from Muswellbrook and the entrance battle they made. Really looking forward to the next 2 weekends of finals, and looking forward to who's going to take out the 3 games. So it's been a wonderful season. As has been mentioned, Gary Birkinshaw's done a stellar job in running the competition, and is very well supported by a very passionate Black Diamond board who just love local footy and will do anything for the clubs in the league. So onwards and upwards for the Black Diamond.
What about your role? What have been the highlights for you?
Highlights for me, June long weekend, knocking off the Sydney development team in the rep game, I think was a real highlight, and being there and seeing the camaraderie of the players that day under Chris Bishop's tutelage, and what it meant to the guys, I thought was fantastic. That was a real standout for me for the year.
Okay, let's go to the Rising Star, and a couple of criteria first of all. To be eligible to win the Black Diamond AFL Rising Star Award, a player must have played a minimum of 6 Black Diamond Cup matches this year, be 21 years of age or under. That is, they cannot turn 22 in 2014. They must not have played no more than 10 senior matches prior to this season. During a year, the nominee is announced at the conclusion of each round. And at the end of the year, the Black Diamond Cup coaches are asked to vote on a 5-4-3-2-1 basis from the weekly nominees. And crucially, the coaches are not permitted to vote for any players from their footy club. Here's this year's nominees. Let's go to Gary Birkinshaw.
Round 1, Max Hillier, Singleton. Round 2, Jaden Reimer, Nelson Bay. Round 3, Alexander White, Terrigal Avoca. Round 4, Tom Mumford, Killarney Vale. Round 5, Lachlan Deverell, Warners Bay. Round 6, Connor Haswell, Newcastle City. Round 7, Jared Reimer, Nelson Bay. Round 8, Joe Reedy, Newcastle City. Round 9, Corbin Bond, Killarney Vale. Round 10, Nick Cooper, Warners Bay. Round 11, Jackson Playford, Newcastle City. Round 12, Jack Lennon, Cardiff. Round 13, David Wood, Nelson Bay. Round 14, Kane Gibbs, Warners Bay. Round 15, Alex Bailey, Killarney Vale. Round 16, Sam Daff, Singleton. And round 17, Jackson Crawford, Newcastle City.
The Black Diamond AFL Rising Star Award, and it's my honour to announce the winner tonight from the Nelson Bay Footy Club, Jaden Reimer.
Okay. Pick up there by Gower, handball back to two, good on the left boot, into the danger there, who's there for Nelson Bay? Oh! Right there!
He's already been really well, and he read it very nicely, he got the ball, the whole fight, everyone else was going to go somewhere else, and then he got that guy's over. Great work there by Arnold. Took out that and hope that he just put the curse on him.
Good break there, good one-on-one contact. On the right through, he kicked it. That's the goal for Nelson Bay. Very important one, just before quarter time from goal. Who's his next player? Where he chipped it in? Reimer's the player, putting it in the oh! And he takes the mark. Jaden Reimer, good work, good control built up by the Marlins. And they're now going to have a shot on goal. The kick what they really need, I reckon, to just give them that belief again.
Well, this is turning into the scoring, and this is the end as Jalen scored his first 3 on. So he go back and put his 4th of the day here. Great lead, great grab. But we've seen some great grabs all day today, guys. And he's gone back.
Looks good, Luke Price, clapping it.
And there it is. That's his 4th of the day. Jalen Reimer converts off a great grab.
But yeah, just playing and picks up there now, right on cue. On the right boot, he has one bounce through the centre of the ground, he goes. You're going to have 2 bounce. Good shepherd by Deacon. On the right boot, he goes long, still to the back there. He's got the seat, he moves the front. Good work, manoeuvres very well. Back it comes to Reimer, he's tackled, he gets it through the way. He's got it.
Kick another.
David Reimer, that's 5 for the day.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, our winner, the Rising Star in 2014. David. Loving the highlights, really. You get 3 Carter forks to bang one home, your 5th of the day.
Let's just start. I know there was great applause from these tables over here. Who do you want to thank from the from the Nelson Bay Footy Club?
I just want to thank Rossi and all the boys for a great year. It was our first year in Premier Division. I thought we had a real solid season. Jenna Gibson and Roger Price for all the doings in the club this year. Yeah, just put in a great effort, and my mum, Sue, for getting me to all the training sessions and games.
Oh, mate, you've ticked all the boxes there. They've all been ticked. Hey, mate, I believe there's been a fair bit of interest from the Sydney Swans in you, and that's terrific to hear. Can you tell us more?
Well, they've invited me to move down to Sydney next year, play for their reserve grade team, and train with them twice a week. They've offered me a home, stay and some work and expenses, so that's all right.
Okay, so, yeah, that deserves a round of applause. So let's just put that in perspective. The offer from the Sydney Swans, who are favourites to win the Premiership flag this year, have offered to take this young man from Nelson Bay down to Sydney, relocate, give him a family home. I mean, that must just be a dream come true. What do you think you'll do?
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to take up the offer, so yeah, I'm hoping to move in with one of my mates from Sydney, from Newcastle area, so that'd be good.
And famous footy club, we heard earlier about Nelson Bay, about what they've achieved and some of the guys that have come out of there, including Troy Luff. You must feel like a terrific culture there to develop.
Yeah, well, Craig Bird, he's obviously from the Swans and he's playing real good footy at the moment, so hopefully follow in his footsteps.
Mate, where is the big fella that kicked over 100 last year? Where is he in 2014?
On the sideline with my father.
All right, good to see you. Congratulations, the Black Diamond AFL Rising Star, a deserved winner, ladies and gentlemen, from the Nelson Bay Marlins, Jaden Reimer. Simon, just a couple of final words from you. The young guys, spoke really well, and what a future he's got coming up. And you saw him in action in 2014?
He's a superstar, and certainly as one of our young up-and-coming stars, represented the Black Diamond League so well in the rep game that I mentioned before. And just looking through the nominations, what I'm really pleased to see in the future of this competition is that 3 or 4 of those nominations are still juniors, are playing under 17s as well, and they're being recognised at a Premier Division level in Black Diamond. So this competition has some up-and-coming stars ready to come through, and we're going to go from strength to strength. It's exciting.
Good on you, mate. Great to see you on stage. Might help if I got a microphone. Good to see you, buddy. We'll move on to the rep program again now, and we've got a 4-minute video highlights package that we'll play in just a moment. But the Black Diamond AFL 2014 representative program, it started early with the development squad, as Simon said, taking on the Sydney Swans Academy. That was at Lakeside Oval in March. And while the academy side was too strong, it was an excellent experience for the players who participated in the match. The senior side took on the AFL Sydney development side at number 1 Sports Ground, and after giving the visitors a 4-goal advantage, they were able to eventually win the game by 48 points. It was a great result for the side. They were coached by Chris Bishop, led by captains Courtney Knight and Liam Gibson. Right now, let's go to the big screen and take a look at this 4-minute highlights package of the rep program this year. How are we going, Gary? Are we okay to throw to that?
Here at Newcastle, 4 to 1 on the Black Diamond AFL versus AFL Sydney.
Price comes in at the top of the goal. He's going to make it. He's not going to make it. This is good. Head makes a mark.
I still have a spot, Colin.
He's certainly been in that game. It's 4 been able to take track of it. He comes in a bit of an acute angle. Plays out of the elbow arm. He comes in on the left foot, off the boot. That's a goal. That's what we needed. Great goal to Tom Head. Taking about 20 minutes. They finally on the board. He goes inside the square. Comes in, kick the goal. Back-to-back goals there now for the Black Diamond. And he's kicked his second goal in a minute. Got it, kicks it. I'm going to go right goes back to the Oh! Liam Gibson. No one more passion now, leaving Pete Van Dam. He goes, he gets the goal. Well done, Pete Van Dam. His first of the day. Tom Head!
Who else but Tom Head today?
Maybe got the contested mark number 9. Can I score for this one here at some stage?
Great work from Tom Head. In a very, as you said, every player still forward halfway. There was only about 6 players outside the arc as he puts it straight through and the cheers go around the Black Diamond AFL team out.
Looks good on the boot. He's going to go.
He's pumping up.
Whoa,
he's on the fist pumps.
He's off the boot. He likes it. He's got the fist pumping again. And back-to-back goals. The Mitch Benson and Black Diamond AFL now still down to an 8-point lead. Like the handball's gone back. Pete Van Dam picks up. Handball back there now. For the second goal. He's got it.
Fantastic work.
Nathan Mason. Sure, he wants to get on quickly. The target is Benson. Levi Sandy crush Benson's ball from behind. He gets it touched up nicely though. Benson set on the goal. What's that doing? I'm going to kick a goal. And he does.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? He's in the right time. Pops into his hand. He's there and said, there you go. Look, there you go. Still going to be on the carpet. What do you make of it?
Sorry, Brian. Left it out.
Well done, Simon O'Brien. Great tap down there by Northie. Simon O'Brien runs onto it and snaps it with his right foot to give the Black Diamond AFL boys yet another goal.
The main lead from the front parade, set up by McNamee. Up it goes. A good contact against Levi Sandy against Gourlay. Going to come from Mitchell. Hurried on the left boot. Ryan drops the mark. He shouldn't take it. Gets the handball up though. Courtney Knight, left foot snap. Courtney Knight!
All coming from all parts of the ground to celebrate his match lady.
Towards the goal. And he goes on, looking for Gourlay. Also back there is Knight. He's hit one. Oh, Gourlay!
It's showtime here at number 1 Sports Ground in Newcastle.
And the back. Knight is by playing Erickson's under the goal. He's whacked. They all whacked. The crowd go on as one. And Blake Erickson gets on the scoreboard. And the back is going to go. No, it's not got mark on the pick up there now. Over the top, he's going to come back to the top end. He's going to set one over his shoulder. He's got it. He just missed up. Goal number 4 for
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the rep team in action. Let's have a round of applause. Some absolute gold in the commentary team as well. And after that match, Tom Head, as you heard, 4 goals. The last ride on the siren was awarded the trophy as the best player for the Black Diamond AFL Footy League. Well done, Tom, on behalf of all of the players. And this year, the Black Diamond AFL, they're actually going to acknowledge 2 people who've celebrated 10 years of service to representative football. And it's a fantastic achievement when you go to the numbers. Here they are, of 154 players and officials that have represented the Black Diamond AFL since 2001, only 35 have been involved for more than 2 seasons. So let me give you those numbers again. 154 players and officials that have represented the Black Diamond AFL since 2001, only 35 of those have been involved for more than 2 seasons. The first presentation is made to a man who's integral off the field. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Sean Riddell. Would you please make him welcome on stage? Also known as Takeout, and Sean was trainer in the league's first rep game in 2001 and has been involved in every year since, with the exception of 2009 and 2010, but couldn't do it without him, as we said. Sean's professionalism has seen him held in high regard in this football competition. Let's give it up for Sean Riddell, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'm so surprised, I don't know what to say. I didn't expect this at all. Yes, Steve said I came into the league before the Black Diamond started. I was in the initial founding day when it was founded. And I've sort of been here ever since. And as Steve said, it's only 2 years that I haven't done the rep side as a trainer. And that was, I think, because I wasn't asked in those 2 years. I don't know why.
You're the man. Give us your observations of the rep program. I mean, it's just gone from strength to strength, no doubt about it.
Well, it has. I think when we first started off, we played up here in 2001, played the ADF, I think we beat them. Second time we played, we beat Sydney, I think we beat them. Then we went down to Wagga. We went down to Wagga and they sort of were bumpkins come down from up the Central Coast, and I think they thought we were just going to make the numbers up. Well, we probably did for the first 2 years, but then we got a lot better than they thought we were. And we went down, we won the country championship, and I think we beat every team in that competition, which is not a bad effort.
Sean, what's been the best win?
The best win? I think we won the country championship. That was the best. I mean, we played, it was a knockout comp, it is a knockout comp, round robin. They put us on the worst field they could put us on. We won all 3 of those games and went straight into the final game. And we were down and we were almost out. And I think it was Mick Ryan that kicked the final goal that beat them. But they were walking out of the ground, they thought we were done. And he's kicked this thing for about 60 out, I think. And as it went through the middle, the whistle went and we beat them. I think it was only a couple of points that we beat them by. And the whole ground just went quiet. And we done it. And that's the best memory I've got.
Sean, what do you want to say to the people in the room tonight and also to the thousands watching on Bar TV?
That's put me right in it.
Just look down the barrel, buddy, and say a few sincere words.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone, especially all the players that I've worked with over the years, and a lot of them are in this room, except for the clubs that have just come in. Yet to meet them yet. And yeah, just thanks everyone. It's been a fantastic trip, and I hope I can stay around for a few more years yet. Thanks very much.
Well done, mate. Excellent. Good stuff. Sean Riddell, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we said there were 2 people being acknowledged tonight. Can you stay with us, Sean? The second presentation is to a player, and what a story this is. Made his debut back in 2002. He's been captain on 4 occasions. In the matches he played in the Black Diamond AFL, they've won 8 and lost 2, including a 4-0 record when he's been captain. He was also a member of the 2006 New South Wales Country Championship winning side. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Liam Gibson.
the wind is favourable. He comes in on the right foot, looks at it, up in the air, sees the wind hold out, so that certainly could have an impact on there. Good mark, nice grab. Is that taken in there by Liam Gibson, the 10-year man? If you take that kick, we probably haven't really taken that into consideration of the actual breeze. Yeah. You see, Wade Blackburn kicked goal from inside the square, and that kick area is holding up the throw go 35. Gibson comes in, he's kicked the goal. Back-to-back goals there now by the Black Diamond, and that's slowly but surely working their way back into the game. They've got a few of them today that haven't really gone. Bounce away, goes away they go now to Wilmot. Good switch coming from Metcalf. Wilmot has one bounce. Goes through half back. He's targeting down there, looking for Benson. Benson in pit position. Drop position to take him. Fumbled a couple of times. Under pressure now, however. Let's get it out. Sandy picks up. Goes down nicely also his prize. Good pressure, gets it back to Gibson. And the skipper for Cart from the Black Diamond goes in there. Looking for head. Well done by Lewis. Handball across the Wheeler. Good work, Josh Wheeler. He goes into looking for Gibson's been live out on the half forward. He's in a contest there with Shaker. One-on-one, good work. Good pressure by Gibson. Next one, he has to beat two though. He does that, gets into Tom Head on the handball. Very ordinary one. Back goes to Jay Lewis on the right boot. He has a snapper goal. It's coming back. He looks pretty good. Here we go now. Good contest. Really loving rec football today. Zach Metcalf, pass down to O'Brien. Bumble quickly goes, pick up there, Webster goes to ground, he picks up, Pretend down goes to base, he picked up there by Goulart on the right boot, looking at there for Benson, Gibson's in the front position, Benson can't mark it, he's got it, Gibson, on the right boot, snaps it over! Oh, Liam Gibson, great roving, as a skipper, second goal of the game.
It is his second goal of the game, the boys are huddling around him, they know that was a great goal, bringing it back within 3 points. And I tell you what, they're up and about now. The Black Diamond boys know they work their way back in. The crowd are loving it, they're up and about too.
Liam Gibson, ladies and gentlemen, and geez.
We read out the stats. You made your debut way back in 2002. You've had an incredible commitment to the rep program. You've got a hard act to follow after cult hero Sean Riddell, but I'll hand the mic to you to say a couple of words. Well done.
Cheers. Look, I just want to thank everyone, thank all the officials for the league, just for, rep program, you need all the hard work to go in behind the scenes for us to actually play. Like, it's easy for me, I enjoy playing rep footy, so just rocking up and playing, I found that great fun. So I just want to thank all the players I've played with over the years and all the officials that have done all the hard work behind the scenes. So yeah, cheers.
Liam Gibson, ladies and gentlemen, you played on the weekend as well?
Yeah. Unfortunately went down to the Bombers, but good slog, and they definitely deserve the win, and good luck to them for the rest of the season.
What are your thoughts on tonight's big one, the Elliot Davey vote count?
Look, I missed a lot of footy this year, but the games I have played, I thought Webby did really well, and also Rick White. So I think Rick's probably my tip. He's dominated us, when we played him. So.
Well, congratulations, mate, on your award tonight. I mean, just outstanding. And your captaincy record alone, like you're a real leader, both on and off the field. Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Well done also to Sean Riddell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to the Black Diamond AFL Club Administration Award. And the award is sponsored by Prime 7. We thank them for their support. And we'd like to call Ross Hughes, AFL Hunter Coast Chairman, to the stage to make this next presentation. The Club Administration Award. Yeah, a round of applause. Good to see you on stage. The Club Administration Award is presented to the club which demonstrates excellence in performing their off-field duties and responsibilities. Points are allocated on a weekly basis, and the winner for 2014 is Warners Bay Footy Club. To accept the award on behalf of the club is their president, Jimmy Newburn. Jimmy Newburn, ladies and gentlemen, the Club Admin Award. Congratulations, mate. Warners Bay Footy Club.
Look, it's Martin couldn't be our president tonight. I guess just a testament to the hard work of our committee. Obviously, the playing group who helped out through the year too, so it's fantastic. It's a fantastic thing to achieve. It's something we worked towards from the start of the year, and it's just the hard work of all the committee and the players.
Jimmy, tough year on the field. Planning for 2015 underway already?
Yeah, it was the first half of the year obviously didn't go to plan. We had a lot of injuries and didn't quite put it together. Northern 8 at the break, sort of up against it straight over. Yeah, a lot of young kids coming through. The third grade guys are still going. Hopefully we'll get up this week, but yeah, a lot of young guys coming through there, 17s and 15s, a lot of good kids there too.
And off the field, looks like you're doing some fantastic things as well. Great group of people at the Warners Bay Footy Club.
Yeah, absolutely. The link between the juniors and the seniors this year has been really good as well. Tend to work in pretty well together. Invite the juniors into our senior train a lot, so it's good.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations to Warners Bay, ladies and gentlemen, winners of the Black Diamond AFL Club Administration. Thanks to Prime 7. Thanks also to Ross Hughes, AFL Hunter Coast Chairman, joining us on stage for the award. Well, our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is the Club Championship Award. I'd like to invite Paul Deves, the Operations Manager for Wilson Security, to come to the stage. The Club Championship Award is based on the on-field performance of each club. From our major sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Deves, the Operations Manager. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, fantastic. Paul, definitely want to ask you some questions just about Wilson Security being on board in 2014. I said at the start of the night it's one of the highlights of the year. Apart from having Bar TV on board and all the sponsors, having a naming rights sponsor is massive for a local competition.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. We're extremely pleased to be involved with the Black Diamond this year and ongoing for next year, and we see it as a commitment from our company building onwards.
Can you tell us some of the reasons why you jumped on board AFL?
I think it's a growing sport. It's one of the, I think there's a lot of young children, like we've heard here tonight from some of the people about the 15 and 17-year-olds and the young kids getting involved in it. So from our point of view, it's, we like to be involved with, young people and, just sort of moving forward in that area.
How have you felt the association between Wilson Security and the Black Diamond has gone this year?
It's been excellent. Gary's done a fantastic job. Our probably biggest disappointment is we've been trying to come up a couple of times to watch some games, haven't been able to get up. We'll certainly be up for the grand final.
These guys deserve a massive round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Wilson Security, thank you. Great to have you. The Club Championship Award points are awarded on the following basis: 6 points for a senior team win, 4 points for a reserve team win, 2 points for a third team win. Points are halved for a draw, and there's no points awarded for a loss. For those clubs with 2 teams, their points receive a 10% weighting. A minimum of 2 teams are required to be eligible to win the Club Championship Award, and the winner of the Club Championship Award in 2014, I believe it's the second time in their history, Terrigal Avoca, ladies and gentlemen. To accept the award on their behalf is their club president, Chris Aiken. Would you please make him welcome?
Good job down there. I'm a member of the Bulldogs.
Chris Aiken and Paul Deves. And Chris, is that correct? Second time in the history of the Panthers Footy Club?
Yeah, that's correct. We won it 2 years ago in 2012. So it's and we were very close last year as well. So it's been 3 years of consistency from our club. So yeah, it's been quite good for us. So.
Start with Chris Bishop and that first grade team and filters down. Is he an overall coach of the club, not just looking after the first grade team?
Yes, he's had great influence on our first division and also second division sides, with Stephen Lynch and Matt Studdart leading those 2 sides, and yeah, they've both looked up to him to have any influence and also help in coaching and game day strategy and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been very well received.
Anyone else tonight that deserves a mention? You're live on Bar TV.
I'd just like to, honestly, I'd like to thank obviously our coaching staff first and foremost for their game day, getting their teams all together, and also just our consistency with our players coming through. We've had great growth in the last 3 seasons. Not only just numbers, but talent coming through. So it's a credit to all the players in our whole club.
Well done, Chris. Paul has a shield for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. Hold that high tonight. Well done to your club, club champions in 2014. Paul, just one final question. Thank you on behalf of everyone here for your support, making the announcement that you're on board again in 2015.
That's correct. We're definitely on board, and from a company point of view, we're looking to build even further down the track.
Great stuff. Paul Deves, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest on stage from Wilson Security. Paul is the operations manager, and our next award, ladies and gentlemen, our presenter is Nathan Sullivan from BLK. He's a manager. Would you please make him welcome on stage, Nathan Sullivan. Our award is the most outstanding young footballer. Nathan, good to see you. Can you tell us the BLK story?
What would you like?
There we go.
You got to get a green, mate. You stitched me up with absolute beauty there. For those of you who don't know the BLK story, we've come on board this season with the Black Diamond League as the official apparel supplier for on-field gear. If you haven't heard of BLK before, it's probably not uncommon to people. We were previously known as a company called Cougar, so we've had a big affiliation with Australian sport, predominantly with AFL. We do currently have 3 professional teams, and actually for the 2015 season we've got another 3 clubs on board. I'm not sure if I can announce those just yet, but for all New South Wales football fans it is exciting news.
But what about the 3 that are on board now?
Well, we've got the Richmond Tigers, Brisbane Lions and Western Bulldogs. So, as I said, a couple of up-and-coming teams, a few battlers in there as well. But you've all got to start somewhere.
What about your association with the Black Diamond? Pleased with where it's gone so far this year?
Personally, yes. And in fairness to the competition, I don't quite think you guys realise how lucky you are having an administrator like Gary Birkinshaw up in the booth there, who makes my job in terms of dealing with everything for the association so ridiculously easy. It's almost annoying how good Gary is at his job. So I think everyone should really tip their hats and give a round of applause to Gary Birkinshaw for the job he does.
Yeah, I think the players privileged too to have coverage of their matches. I mean, that is absolutely outstanding, and they had massive numbers last week for the first week of the finals. Let's get down to business here. It's the most outstanding young footballer awarded to the best Black Diamond AFL footballer under the age of 21 years at the commencement of the year. The Black Diamond Cup coaches and umpires, they vote on a 5-4-3-2-1 basis from a list of players, and the coaches, of course, they're not permitted to vote for anyone from their football club. Let's go upstairs to Gary Birkinshaw.
The nominees, most outstanding young footballer of the year: Kurt Fleming, Terrigal Avoca; Pat Gillingham, Newcastle City; John O'Goulet, Terrigal Avoca; Sam Hay, Cardiff; Tom Head, Terrigal Avoca; Jackson McMahon, Cardiff; Josh Mifsud, Killarney Vale; Jack Pratt, Cardiff; Luke Price, Nelson Bay; Nathan Vasey, Nelson Bay.
Okay, once again, I have the honour of naming the young footballer in 2014. We'll show a highlights package of this player in action in just a moment. From the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, Kurt Fleming. Just as we cue that up, we'd like to invite Chris Bishop, the coach of Terrigal Avoca, to the stage to say a couple of words about Kurt Fleming.
Nice off the boot. Who's his target back there? James Colback stand there. Over the back there. Good ball by Mark. Back to Goulet. Back to come to Richardson. On to Fleming. Go there now. Have a shot on goal. Kurt Fleming has it converted. And Penny has. And the package break. Terrigal Avoca.
He's a boy. That was a good goal. And Kurt Fleming, he's done some brilliant stuff today, and he really did. Top the wall on that beautiful running goal. Gets his first in there, and now starting to spread the goal.
Sorry about who's not playing. Ivan's who's out there at the moment that counts.
Davey enjoyed the game as much as we are.
Fleming again on the left boot. He's going to touch his ball in this last quarter. Go there. Ball's going to be nice. And Pat McMahon's going to get it. Handball back to only as far as Corey Bills. He turns it over. Bills back to Peter. Handball back to Fleming. Get it back to Benjamin. You betcha at the point. No. Oh, it's great.
Well, there we go. Like I said, absolute goal from the commentary team in 2014. And Bish, tell us about this young man.
Best point I've ever seen. But yeah, Kurt's a 2-time best and fairest winner for the Panthers. So he's a huge talent. He's only 20, 21. We rate him very highly. Speed to burn.
Well, where is he tonight, the young man?
Physio.
Good answer. How'd the boys pull up? We heard really courageous performance by the Panthers on the weekend, down to one rotation.
Yeah, we're out on our legs and we had a few injuries in the second quarter, but our fitness got us over the line. So hopefully we'll get all those 3 guys back for the final in 2 weeks.
You really got the jump in that opening quarter, but then the champions kept coming at you all day long, Newcastle City.
Yeah, well, that's why they won last year. They never give up. But we got over the line, and be a really good contest this weekend with Carnival and the City. They're both different teams, so it'll be interesting who gets there.
Well, what about your boys? What happens in the next fortnight before the big one? And let's not forget, you've been there 3 times in recent memory.
Yeah, we'll just keep it pretty simple. We'll train tomorrow, Saturday, and then Tuesday, Thursday. No dinners or anything. We'll just get it done and hopefully get the flag.
Tonight's vote count. We all love it. Can your boy go back to back?
I hope so. I really do. Rick's had an outstanding, Blake's had an outstanding year, and the Gibbos, the rats of the competition. But yeah, I'd love to see Webby. You
must be loving the night. You're heavily involved in the rep program, but you've seen some changes in 2014, naming rights sponsors, some TV coverage. It goes from strength to strength, this competition.
Yeah, and it's all on the back of Gary's work, so it's outstanding what Gary does for the league. And with the rep footy, we had 9 different players turn up this year, which is outstanding. All young guys, a lot of guys from Nelson's Bay, and the league's getting stronger and stronger, and that's what we want.
Good on you, mate. Good luck in the big one as well. Chris Bishop, ladies and gentlemen, the coach of the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. Nathan Sullivan also with us from BLK, and of course, if we want to check out any product, the BLK website.
Yeah, blksport.com, and also just while I'm up here, I'll take the opportunity to let you guys know that we are currently in negotiations for another 3-year deal with the Black Diamonds, so hopefully you can all come on board and support us, and we'll continue to support you guys as best as we can.
Oh, that is amazing. 3-year deal. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for BLK. Well, we'll do one more award here, then we'll break, and then we'll come back with the main vote counts of the night, the Granin Medal and also the Elliot Davey Medal. It's time now for the Young Volunteer of the Year. And would you please welcome Darren Simpson from AFL New South Wales ACT, the State Football Operations Manager, to the stage to present this award. The Young Volunteer of the Year is awarded to the person who's contributed an outstanding performance of their duties for their club this year. To be eligible, the person must be under the age of 25. And once again, we'll go to Gary for the nominations in 2014.
Thanks, Steve. Nominations for the Young Volunteer of the Year. Ryan Bainbridge, Maitland. Daniel Cartwright, Killarney Vale. Daniel Gray, Warners Bay. Bree Howard, Singleton. Sean Janzik, Newcastle City. Joel Jannison, Lake Macquarie. Gian Rawson, Muswellbrook. Lachlan Radford, Wyong Lakes.
Thank you, Gary. All of those nominees, we'd like to invite them all to the stage because they each receive a certificate, but there can only be one winner in 2014. And from the Warners Bay Footy Club, Daniel Gray is our winner. For the second consecutive season, Daniel's gone above and beyond with his duties in assisting with the Warners Bay Footy Club. Daniel's currently a general committee member. However, the club have no doubt Daniel will be a future leader of the club in the coming years. He has no official duties on the committee, but Daniel's the first to put his hand up and has openly taken up the following responsibilities and duties. Let me read through those as he receives his award tonight. He's in charge of ground setup, and he also closes down the ground after every home game. He's the Premier Division runner when he's not injured at all Premier Division games. He's in charge of sponsorship raffles carried out every Friday night at the major sponsor. And this has brought in approximately $7,500 this year. Well done, mate. Congratulations. $7,500, outstanding. He's also the uniform coordinator, First Division team manager, in charge of coordinating all game day and pre-game day managerial tasks. And it's a great time for the club that at such a young age, this man has put his hand up with such responsibility. Daniel Gray from Warners Bay, congratulations, mate. Say a couple of words. Yeah. Talk it up.
I'd just like to thank everyone from Waters Bay Football Club. It does mean a lot to me. I wouldn't do it otherwise. Thanks to Mum and Dad. Every time I bring the jerseys home, you happily wash them for me. And yeah, thanks guys.
Daniel Graham, man, a few words. But the Young Volunteer of the Year in 2014. Thanks also to Darren Simpson joining us on stage. We're running a touch late. We'll take a very short break and then we're going to come back with the Granlin medal count. Ian Granlin, a special guest tonight, in fact a VIP. We'll roll out the red carpet in just a moment. We'll also get to the Elliot Davey vote count. That's coming up next at Black Diamond AFL Gala Dinner. No worries. This is Bar TV, and we've got Jaden Reimer alongside us from the Nelson Bay Footy Club. And congratulations, mate. In 2014, you've won the Rising Star Award and thoroughly deserve it after a sensational year. And you were saying earlier you've had some interest from the Sydney Swans, but first tell us about the year you had.
Well, I actually missed a few games this year, but the ones that I did play, I thought I played quite well. But I played on the wing and up forward and kicked a few goals. So really enjoyed playing with the boys this year. They're a good bunch of guys.
Well, was the highlight the 5 goals you kicked against Cardiff? It looked like you had a real day out.
Yeah, that was a really good game. I played on my coach, Zach Metcalf, so it was good to rub it into him a little bit at training, so yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Well, we'll talk a bit about the Sydney Swans opportunity in a moment, but your mum Sue's with us. Thanks for joining us, and you've got football in the blood because you spent some time in around the Ovens and Murray.
Yes, Jaden's father did, yes. He played down in Echuca.
And what a fantastic football league it is down there. It's not actually Ovens and Murray, but it's not far from it, and just football is in the blood.
Yeah, sure is. My family, my brothers all played football, and same with Jaden's father and his family, so yeah, it's in the blood.
Tell us a bit about his work ethic. Obviously, fantastic talent, but with some real opportunities ahead of him.
Yeah, well, he puts a lot of work into where he is today. He trains really hard, whether it's at football training or at the gym. He really watches what he eats, prepares himself for a game. So yeah, he does very well with all these footballs and training, and yeah.
Tell us about this Nelson Bay Footy Club as well. It's had a terrific culture. There's always been so much talent that's played at Nelson Bay.
We've got a fantastic club, and they really support all the young kids. We've got lots of children coming through the juniors, but we've had a great time with the junior league and going into the senior league.
How would you feel if your young boy heads down to Sydney to link with the Swans? That's a massive opportunity.
It'd be fantastic. It's been Jaden's dream to play for the Sydney Swans all his life since he was a little fellow, so hopefully it happens for him.
Troy Luff would have been before your time, but famous Nelson Bay product, and you mentioned on stage about Craig Bird.
Yeah. I've watched Craig Bird play for a while now on telly. He's a great footballer, so I just hope to follow in his footsteps and become good friends with him hopefully one day.
Have you got a tip in the Elliot Davey medal count tonight?
Obviously Blake Erickson, I thought he had a fantastic season, but James Webster from Terrigal also had a great season as well. So
good stuff. Great to see you guys. Thanks for talking to us, Sue. Great to have some family support here, and well done, Jaden. Thoroughly deserved award for you, and best of luck next year when maybe you link with the Sydney Swans.
Thank you, appreciate it.
This is Bar TV. We mentioned earlier we're back shortly with the Granin medal vote count, and the big one of the night, the Elliot Davey medal count coming up.
most innovative security provider, delivering a wide range of services to a diverse range of customers. For all your security needs, call Wilson Security on 1300 Wilson. That's 1300 Wilson. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more free on more nights live than free. Prime 7's coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 nights, including the Marquee Friday and Saturday night matches. Like Granin and Prime 7, your local AFL team. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the local community. The Herald, reporting on the Coventry League, public debate in the region and its coverage of local issues from business and politics through to sport and entertainment is second to none. The Newcastle Herald, the voice of the hunter, in print, online and mobile. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music, audio live and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers and Brisbane Lions, and the exclusive on-field apparel supplier to the Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond its knowledge. And finally, Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. All proud major sponsors of the Black Diamond Football League.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you could now take your seats, it's time to get underway with the First Division Best and Fairest count of 2014. It is named after Ian Granin, the Granin Medal for 2014. And as we mentioned earlier, just 3 more awards tonight, and then we're done for the 2014 Black Diamond Awards night. And this next man, I said earlier, it's a privilege to have him in the room. He's a VIP guest tonight, Ian Granin. He was one of the founders of the Black Diamond AFL and a prime mover in the Central Coast Football League for a long time as secretary and also as a president. He was a board member of the Black Diamond AFL for a decade and president for 4 years. Ian Granin was a founder and president of the Killarney Vale Football Club for 23 years. Absolutely incredible. As well as the founder of Wyong and Batto Bay Football Clubs. He was also a major player and official in the Sydney competition and later the Chief Executive Officer of the New South Wales Football League. Ian Granin formed the Country Football League and was foremost in a number of groundbreaking initiatives. I could read out everything about Granin, but this is one of the most important things, and I remember this. You received the OAM, the Order of Australia, for services to the game back in 2002 and is a life member. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ian Granin. Well, Granin, we've got the green light on the microphone.
Thanks for that.
And just tell us, where are you based these days and what are you up to?
I live in Wollongong now, and I'm not involved in football apart from a
cameo appearance on the tribunal panel, I suppose, down there, every now and then. But otherwise, I'm the president of the New South Wales Australian Football History Society. So that's a growing organisation, and we're always after members. We've got about 80 members spread throughout Australia, and it's got a great website too. If anyone wants to look at the website, people have played in Sydney or in New South Wales. We get about 1,500 to 2,000 hits a day. So it's a pretty popular one.
Well, what is that website? Where do we find it?
www.newsouthwalesfootballhistory.com.au.
And when you talk football history, we're talking about the Black Diamond Cup, the oldest sporting trophy in the country.
Well, that's right. That was presented in about, I think it was 1888, is that right, by the Fitzroy Football Club to the competition here in Newcastle. So it goes back a long way.
You say you're not involved in football a whole lot these days, but your son Matt is one of the best commentators in the country. How's he going?
Yeah, he's going well. He's at radio station SEN in Melbourne now. He's probably called about 500 games, I'd say. He worked at K-Rock at Geelong. He worked at 3AW, and now he's at SEN. He's been at SEN for about 10 years.
Just tell us, I mentioned at the start of the night about Mark McVeigh. You've known Mark since he was in a pram because his father Tony played with the Killarney Vale Bombers. Tell us what it means to you to see him pull on the Bombers Guernsey in 2014.
Well, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I used to always say to Mark when he was playing with Essendon, now I used to say, "You're coming back to play with the Bombers, aren't you?" "Oh yeah, sure." And when he came back this year and played a few games, I was really impressed, and I said to him too, it's a great thing not only for yourself but also football and the local competition. I think it's fantastic.
I think of Mark at the MCG sitting on someone's shoulders with 100,000 people watching, but yet he's putting something back into this local competition, and that's fabulous.
It's absolutely fabulous. It's to be congratulated. He lives in Avoca, and it's good to see him come back and reside on the Central Coast.
There's a fair bit of talk in the room tonight that Rick White from the Bombers could win the Elliot Davey medal. You saw Rick as a 12-year-old.
I did. Rick went to Killarney Vale School, and there was a PWSA trial game at Mount Penang, and I wasn't working. I just went up and watched him play, and I thought, geez, that blonde-headed kids are not about football here. So I said to Alan Ward, who was the development manager for the area at the time, "Who's that boy?" And he said, "Oh, Rick White." I said, "Oh, you're right." So during the next week, I was going for a walk of a morning. I'm walking along the area just down from Killarney Vale School. This was blonde-headed kid comes towards me.
Are you stalking him?
No, I wasn't stalking him. I went and saw Mum and Dad, don't worry. And I said, "Are you Rick White?" He said, "Yeah." I said,
"Are you Rick White?"
"Yeah." I said, "Do you want to play football?" And he said, "Yeah, I play rugby league." I said, "How about coming down and play Aussie rules?" Well, in fact, he only lived about 300 metres from the football ground, so I went and saw his mother and father, and then he came down and played, and I think he was playing first grade at 16.
Yeah, good pedigree, and as a 15-year-old, I think he was one of the best 800-metre runners in the country. You would have been incredibly proud to see him playing with Labrador and in the NEFL?
Yes, I used to watch him on TV. He was a great footballer, and of course he's played a few great games for the Black Diamond Football League as well.
Well, when I've seen him this year, touches all over the ground, so he'll poll well tonight. But this is all about your vote count. You must, like Chris Arnold that was up here earlier and Irene joining us tonight, you and the family must be incredibly proud to have this named after you.
Yes, it is an honour. We put a lot of work into footy, I suppose. My wife and myself over the years put a lot of work into footy, and when the medal was named after it, we were both very impressed.
Let's give this man another round of applause. Great to have you with us tonight, Ian Granin. And Gary, let's get underway with this vote count. We're going to pause after rounds 4, 8, 12, 15 and 17. Let's see after round 4.
The Granlund Medal, the best and fairest player in the First Division competition. Leaderboard after round 4. In equal 4th position, Nick Roberts, Warners Bay 4. Mitch Eade, Wyong Lakes 4. In 3rd position, Justin McFarlane, Wyong Lakes 6 votes. In 2nd position, John Matthew, Newcastle City on 7. And the leader after round 4, Jim Taranto, Maitland on 8.
The Maitland Club out in front, Jimmy Taranto. We're the Maitland fans tonight. Let's make some noise. Newcastle City, John Matthew in 2nd place on 7 votes. McFan from Wyong Lakes, the Magpies on 6, and a couple of players on 4 votes. Let's go forward. Let's go to round 8 of the Granlund medal count.
Round 8, in equal 5th position, Lee Moore, Wyong Lakes 5. Chris Coop-Folkes, Wyong Lakes 5. Julius Relic, Lake Macquarie 5. In fourth place, John Matthews, Newcastle City, 7. In equal second, Wade Beard, Maitland on 9. Justin McFarn, Wyong Lakes on 9. And still leading on 12 votes, Jim Taranto of Maitland.
Gary, tell us about the young man Taranto. What about his season? He's on 12 votes and clear at the moment by 3.
Yeah, Jimmy Taranto, a fantastic young player, midfielder for Maitland. Missed the 2013 season, but he's certainly come back with a vengeance and was a key player in Maitland's charge to the semi-finals this year.
And another Maitland player, equals second at the moment in 9, so the Maitland Footy Club looking good. Let's continue with the Granlund medal count.
Leaderboard after round 12, in 5th position, John Matthews, Newcastle City on 10. Equal third, Nick Roberts, Warners Bay, 11. Justin McFarn, Wyong Lakes, 11. In second position, Wade Beard, Maitland on 13. And the leader, Jim Taranto, Maitland on 17.
Wow, have a look at that. Taranto's gone well, clear by 4 votes now to his clubmate, Wade Beard. Let's make some noise, Maitland. Let's hear it for your players. McFan with 11 votes from Wyong Lakes, Nick Roberts in 3rd place with 11 also, and Johnny Matthews from Newcastle City on 10 votes. Let's move forward. We're at round 12 there in the Granlund medal count. Let's go to round 15.
Leaderboard after round 15, in equal 4th position, Jack Granin, Terrigal Avoca, 11. Nick Roberts, Warners Bay, 11. In 3rd position, Wade Beard, Maitland, 13. In 2nd position, Justin McFarn, Wyong Lakes, 14. And still leading on 17, Jim Taranto of Maitland.
Jim Taranto from Maitland still in front by 1 best on ground performance. Justin McFan making a move from Wyong Lakes. We've got one more leaderboard to take a look at. Let's go forward, ladies and gentlemen, to round 17 and see who wins the Granlund medal in 2014.
The final results of the Granlund medal. In 10th position, John Coop Folkes, Wyong Lakes on 9. In equal 6th position, Chris Coop Folkes, Wyong Lakes on 10. John Matthews, Newcastle City, 10. Lee Moore, Wyong Lakes, 10. And Rob Eddy, Maitland on 10. In 4th position, equal 4th, Jack Granin, Terrigal Avoca, 11. Nick Roberts, Warners Bay, 11. In 3rd position, Wade Beard, Maitland, 13. In 2nd position, Justin McFarn, Wyong Lakes, 14. And the winner of the Granlund medal is Jim Taranto of Maitland on 18 votes.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the winner of the Granlund medal. Let's hear it for Jimmy Taranto from Maitland Footy Club. Jimmy Taranto, well, you had to have a standing O. How about Maitland go up as one for their boy in 2014, the Granlund medal winner? Jimmy, there's probably been enough speeches for the night. I'll hand you the microphone. I'm sure there's plenty of people you want to thank. Congratulations on your win from Maitland. I know it's always been a big rugby league area with the Pickers. Tell us about your club and about your season in 2014.
Well, I played league my whole life, and my best mate Wade, he got me to play AFL, and Maitland started a team and we're straight onto it. Unfortunately, I had a shoulder reco from league and had last year off and back into it this year, and it's been the best bunch of blokes I've ever played footy with. And couldn't have done it without all the other people in Maitland supporting us, and Chris Linders for strapping me every week, going through a few roles, but just like to thank everyone for coming. It's been a good year.
Good on you, mate. A clear victory in the Granlund medal tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Jimmy Taranto from Maitland. And let's thank Ian Granlund for joining us as well. He's come up from the Illawarra to be with us this evening. Great to see you. And what a service you've given to the Black Diamond AFL Football League and Central Coast AFL in particular. Two more awards, ladies and gentlemen. Our next one is the Volunteer of the Year. It's the James J. Arnold Trophy. And the award is sponsored by Cawinda Waters Residential Golf and Spa Resort. I'm not sure if you've seen this, but it's one of the finest golf courses in the country. There's no doubt about it. And we value these volunteers so much that the winner will receive a weekend package. That's right, a weekend package at Cawinda Waters. So golf and relaxation at this wonderful resort. Daniel Payne is with us tonight to make the presentation. He's the General Manager of Cawinda Waters. Would you please make him welcome, ladies and gentlemen? Daniel, just a quick word. I mentioned about the golf course. It's one of the finest designs in the country.
It is designed by Ross Watson. We have Craig Carey there as an ambassador, so yeah, pretty difficult course, but good fun.
A couple of times I've caught up with Andre Stoltz there for some TV interviews, and of course his son Zach is at tour school in America at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. Andre is also an ambassador there. Awesome.
Beautiful function rooms there. Tell us how many rooms at the resort?
83 rooms and conference facility, A&L golf course. Yeah, it's all there.
Thanks for jumping on board with the Black Diamond AFL. Have you enjoyed the association in 2014?
Yeah, look, for us it's a sort of a natural association there. With AFL New South Wales, we do some stuff with AFL, big AFL, so it's really great to be on board, and we'll continue next year.
Well, I encourage everyone in the room to check it out, Cawinda Waters, and you're right on the doorstep of the Wyong Lakes Magpies. They're just within a couple of minutes from you guys. The James J. Arnold Trophy. It's awarded to the person who's contributed an outstanding performance of their duties for their club in 2014. And of course, Mr. Arnold had a lifelong involvement with Newcastle football, and he's one of our guests of honour with his wife Irene tonight. The nominations in 2014 for the Volunteer of the Year are...
Yeah, thanks very much, Steve. Before the nominees, when announced, if they could go on stage, please, and collect their certificate and another little award. So, starting with Chris Aiken, Terrigal Avoca. Bria Ball, Lake Macquarie.
Just repeating what Gary said, these nominees all come to the stage right now. Thanks. We really value our volunteers and we want to give them the correct recognition tonight.
Michael Cartwright, Killarney Vale. Quinton Davis, Cardiff. John Griffey, Wyong Lakes. Jenna Gibson, Nelson Bay. Mal Hillier, Singleton. John Janzik, Newcastle City. Brian Martin, Muswellbrook. Jimmy Newburn, Warners Bay. Peter Taylor, Maitland. And Steve, those are your nominees.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. Well, let's have a round of applause for all of these volunteers in 2014. Most of us just rock up, put the boots on, go play hard, have a couple of coldies afterwards, but these are the guys that are still there. Well, they're there early in the day, they're there when the game finishes, they're there the next day. They do so much off the field and on, a lot of these guys. Thanks again to Daniel Payne and the team at Cawinda Waters. We absolutely love that resort. And like I said, we value you guys so much that the winner receives a weekend package away. You'll be absolutely spoilt. You can play golf on the championship winning course. Also spend some time around the resort for a whole weekend at Cawinda Waters, and check their website out. It's one of the best resorts in the country. And the winner in 2014 of the Volunteer of the Year, winning the James J. Arnold Trophy, From the Warners Bay Footy Club, Jimmy Newberg. Now look, there's probably far too much to go through here, but this is some of the stuff that Jimmy does at Warners Bay Footy Club week in, week out. He's currently the Black Diamond coach. This brings with it the following additional responsibilities with how the club is set up. Selection of teams for all 3 grades. That means 80 plus regular players into 66 positions each week. In control of all training sessions during the year, both pre-season and during the season. He assists in organising the goal umpires, the boundary umpires. He writes the report for the footy record. He uploads the final match details when required. In addition to this role, Jimmy's also the club's secretary, a role he takes with great pride. It includes Black Diamond AFL correspondence, attendance at Black Diamond AFL meetings as well. Jimmy also takes care of the following duties: general game day duties when required, scoreboard, timekeeper, ground manager, canteen, groundsman, marking all the grounds during the day. He's the club social coordinator. Basically, this club, it relies on Jimmy day in, day out. Well done, mate. Congratulations. On behalf of all of us, a massive round of applause for our winner in 2014.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure about that photo, if they put that on Facebook or whatever they're doing. Thank you to everyone at the football club. I guess a lot of those roles wouldn't get done. Daniel obviously was up here a few minutes ago, and he helps out with all that stuff and then does a lot of that himself as well. So he's probably the main go-to guy. He's probably got to be leading a lot more at the footy club. But the entire committee, we've had a pretty good year off field this year, obviously not on field, but to have the 3 sides now and to start to get the players through and the juniors coming through, the off-field stuff seems to be running right. Hopefully we can start to get the on-field stuff going because there's a good bunch of guys and it's an honour. Not really expected. There's obviously a lot of deserving people up here. John obviously won it last year, and he does just as much, if not more, being run around at the number 1 sports ground. It's an honour, so thank you very much.
Well done, Jimmy. Jimmy Newburn, ladies and gentlemen, from Warners Bay, the Volunteer of the Year in 2014. And keep the applause going for all of our volunteers as they leave the stage tonight. Thanks again also to Daniel Payne from Cowinda Waters joining us. A fabulous prize, a weekend getaway at Cowinda Waters for our Volunteer of the Year. Well, that brings us to the feature moment of the night. It's the Elliot Davey vote count. I'd like to call back to the stage the Black Diamond AFL President, Michael Gray. And as per the Chris Arnold vote count, the Ian Granin vote count, we'll pause after round 4, round 8, round 12, round 15 and round 17. Just looking at some of the previous winners, of course, James Webster going for back-to-back in 2014. You go all the way back to 2000, Troy Bayliss was the original winner from the Cardiff Football Club. Great player. Sean Simpson has also won from Cardiff. Davey Hamilton in 2002. Jason Kalupas went back-to-back in 03-04. Clint Osterberry also went back-to-back in 2005-2006. Since then, Timmy Sheldon, Luke Rawnsley, Angus Darling, Mitchell Knight, Ben Hodges, Anthony Stewart, and James Webster from Terrigal Avoca. So let's go upstairs and get underway with the feature vote count of the night, the Elliot Davey Medal.
Thanks, Steve. Elliot Davey Medal, best and fairest player in the Black Diamond Cup competition, leaderboard after round 4. In equal 3rd position, Jaden Reimer, Nelson Bay 5, Tom Head, Terrigal Avoca 5, Simon O'Brien, Cardiff 5, and equal 1st, Rick White, Killarney Vale 7, James Webster, Terrigal Avoca 7.
Well, they're the players that everyone that's been on stage has mentioned tonight. The 2 big guns this year, James Webster and Rick White, who's come back to the Black Diamond AFL after spending time up in Queensland with the Labrador Footy Club. Simon O'Brien from Cardiff there with 5 votes. Tommy Head from Terrigal Avoca. I guess that's the concern a lot of people have spoken about tonight. Will they take votes away from each other? And Jaden Reimer, what a terrific young man with his mum Sue here tonight. Good on you, my friend. And good luck in the rest of the vote count tonight. Let's go forward, Gary, to round 8 of the Black Diamond Cup.
Leaderboard after round 8. In fourth position, Jacob Dawes, Newcastle City on sixth. In equal third, Tom Head, Terrigal Avoca 7. Rick White, Killarney Vale 7. And in equal first position, Simon O'Brien, Cardiff 13. James Webster, Terrigal Avoca 13.
Wow, look at that, they've cleared out. Last year, Gary, can you refresh our memory, it was a very low vote count. And this year already, Webster up to 13 votes. O'Brien from Cardiff. The Cardiff boys are getting pumped, the Hawks, with O'Brien on 13 votes. Rick White still on 7, Tom Head on 7, and Jacob Dawes from Newcastle City on 6 votes.
Leaderboard after round 12. In equal fifth position, Joe Reedy, Newcastle City on 7. Bryce Singleton, Killarney Vale on 7. Tom Head, Terrigal Avoca on 7. In fourth position, Ben Burns, Warners Bay on 9. In third position, Rick White, Killarney Vale on 10. In second position, Simon O'Brien, Cardiff 15. And leading after round 12, James Webster, Terrigal Avoca 21.
Well, what do you say? I mean, that is just remarkable. Webster now out to 21 votes in the 2014 count. O'Brien 15. Rick White picked up some votes between those rounds. He's now gone to 10 votes. Ben Burns from Warners Bay on 9, Head on 7. Bryce Singleton into the mix. He was in the Team of the Year also on 7. And Joe Reedy from Newcastle City also with 7 votes. Can James Webster be caught after round 12? Let's go forward to round 15.
Leaderboard after round 15. In equal fifth position, Anthony Stewart, Newcastle City on 8. Mitch Betson, Terrigal Avoca 8. Jaden Reimer, Nelson Bay 8. In fourth position, Ben Burns, Warners Bay 10. In third position, Rick White, Killarney Vale 13. In second position, Simon O'Brien, Cardiff 17. And leading, James Webster, Terrigal Avoca 22.
Like everyone in the room, just doing the maths to find out if there's time for O'Brien to catch Webster. And Rick White still in third place on 13. James Webster, what a great player. Every time you see him, just absolute quality. Uses the ball beautifully, gets across the ground really well. And he's way out in front. He deserves a round of applause for where he's at the moment. Ben Burns on 10. Jaden Reimer, Mitch Betson and Anthony Stewart all on 8 votes. And let's go forward. Let's find out who the Elliot Davey medal winner is in 2014.
The final results. In ninth position, Anthony Stewart, Newcastle City on 8. Cameron Keach, Newcastle City 8. Jaden Reimer, Nelson Bay 8. Connor Haswell, Newcastle City 8. In equal sixth position, Tom Head, Terrigal Avoca 9. Luke Price, Nelson Bay 9. Jacob Dawes, Newcastle City 9. In fifth position, Mitch Betson, Terrigal Avoca 11. In fourth position, Ben Burns, Warners Bay 12. Third position, Rick White, Killarney Vale 13. In second position, Simon O'Brien, Cardiff 17. And the winner of the Elliot Davey medal for 2014, James Webster, Terrigal Avoca on 22 votes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Stand and cheer for the best player in the Black Diamond AFL in 2014. And he's gone back to back. James Webster from Terrigal Avoca. Incredible to go back to back for any player in any competition. Kalukas has done it, Osterberry has done it, and this man, give it up, James Webster, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, unreal, man. A couple of quick questions, then I'll hand the microphone to you, but can you believe what you've achieved? As we said, so rare to go back to back, but you've absolutely smashed it in 2014.
To be honest, no, I can't believe it. I'm pretty honoured and proud. But yeah, no, it's a pretty big achievement, so I'm pretty pretty happy with it.
A lot of the talk around the room was that there were so many great players at Terrigal-Avoca, you'd take votes off each other, but you've just cleared away from the field this year. Far more votes than last year as well. It was a very low vote count in 2013.
Yeah, it was actually. So, yeah, I probably owe a bit to the umpires. I'm probably in debt a bit with money, I'd say, with them. So I'll flick them a couple of dollars when we're done tonight. But yeah, no, it helps when you got such a great bunch of boys that you're playing with. Makes it very easy, I think.
Did you feel like your form was better this year than last year?
To be honest, I'm not. I can't really. Yeah, I'm not sure. It was pretty similar, I guess. Last year, I didn't really poll a vote. I think till like round 9 or 10. So yeah, it's hard to tell. You can't really pick it, but yeah.
You're exactly right. You stormed home in 2013, but this year, way out in front early. A lot of people spoke about Rick White and O'Brien from Cardiff, a great year as well.
Yeah, they're both great. Both great players, obviously, and you know, even to come runner up to them or whatever, vice versa. I would have been happy all the way, so can't complain.
A lot of the football guys would know this, but for people watching on Bar TV around the world, you spent some time with the Essendon Bombers in their program?
Yeah, I spent a year down there on their rookie list. Had a scholarship with them as well for a few years, so yeah, that was a good experience. But yeah, come back home now and just love my footy. Probably the most I've enjoyed it ever, so you know, I'm happy to be back.
Take us inside the Terrigal-Avoca Football Club, club champions in 2014, but it's a special culture, not a whole lot of talk, they just let their actions on the field speak for them.
Yeah, 100%. You know, we've just got, like I said, such a great bunch of blokes, and you know, we've got Bishy as the coach and Chris, you know, running the place. It works so well, and everyone's so selfless, and we just don't, you know, do our own thing. We're like a big family there, so yeah, it works really well.
You get a chance to relax. I mean, the big talk after the weekend was you went off on crutches. Where are you at?
Yeah, I rolled my ankle, but there was no bone or ligament damage, which they thought at first. So yeah, it's only tendon damage, and I'll be right for the big one.
I don't want to hog the limelight. I'll hand the microphone to you now, just to say a few words to sum it up. Again, ladies and gentlemen, what a season for this man. He's won by the length of the straight, James Webster.
Yeah, cheers. I guess, like I said, big thanks to the footy club. He's been unreal once again. The way he works with people and the way he coaches and addresses the group, it's unreal. To all the boys, just a great bunch of guys. Love rocking up to training and playing with us every week. Also to my girlfriend Tilly tonight, she's here. Thanks for coming and coming to my games and sitting on the sideline and critiquing my game, even though she doesn't know a heap about the game at this point. To the umpires, like everyone says, if we didn't have them, we wouldn't run out on the field every week and, you know, get a game in. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks for the award. Hope everyone has enjoyed the night, and yeah, that's it.
James Webster, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we said he's the third player to go back-to-back. Angus Darling, of course, the great ruckman that played with Terrigal-Avoca Panthers. He also won 2, but they weren't consecutively. So just an incredible achievement. Kalupis, Osterberry both went back-to-back, and now James Webster from Terrigal-Avoca. Hope you've enjoyed the night. It's been my pleasure to host yet again. The bar will be open for another half an hour. To all of the teams still alive in 2014, chasing premiership glory, we wish you well. And thanks for joining us tonight at the Black Diamond AFL Gala Night. I'm Steve Allen. We'll catch you next time.
It's the back to Webster. Webster on the right foot. He pumps it. James Webster, reigning Elliot Davey medal winners, got the first goal on the board. And that's sustained pressure from Terrigal-Avoca. They're able to shoot off ball and handle out the back. And Jimmy Webster, goal number 1. That's the first goal of Terrigal-Avoca as well.
You could see as soon as he saw around that right foot, Gaz, he went up because he knew as soon as he got it, it was going to be a goal for him before he even left his hands to the grip.
He's trying to on the ball to the white, Joy can't take the mark there. Handball back to Granin. He knows the ball one way. Back in, handball to Hopkins. He did not get back onto it. A hurry kick in. He's back on again. Get it back to Webster. Here he goes again. He'll line up. Don't worry about that. You can put down that glasses. That's a goal.
Easy. class trade.
Nicky Webster, goal number 2.
The confidence he has as soon as he gets a little bit of space, bit of an open goal, swings around that trusty right through, his teammates get there up and about straight away. Don't know James Wilson, he's all classes, he kicks another one for 30 away. Gets his second field goal,